Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the September 2018 Town of Carmel Zoning Board of Appeals meeting. Just walking in is our Town Council, Greg Fulchetti. Mike Carnaz, our Code Enforcement Officer, is not with us tonight. All the board members' names are in front of you on the podium. The way we operate is we'll hear the cases first. I'll swear you in if you're going to be speaking, if you're not an attorney. And we'll hear the case. Once the case is closed, if there's no further input, I'll ask for input from the public, which I don't know that we'll have a lot tonight. But, and then once the case is closed, no further input from the public. So we all join me at the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Thank you. All right, our first case tonight is a holdover from last month, is number 1, Cocasco. Yes. Come on up. Please tell us your address and name for the record.
Joseph Cocasco.
Come up to the podium. Just to remind everyone to speak clearly into the microphone. It's being recorded on camera, so it goes in for the record.
Okay, Joseph Cocasco, 198 Route 6N, Mahopac, New York.
Raise your right hand. Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Thank you. All right, Joe, I guess you're looking for a variation of 15615, seeking permission to retain existing above-ground pool with deck. Property is located 198 Route 6N, Mahopac, New York.
Correct.
All right, tell us about this situation.
I did not pick the location for the pool. The pool's been there since I moved in. In fact, it's been there, my neighbor told me, since about the mid-'70s, the pool has been at that location. I recently installed a new pool this spring, but it's the same dimensions, same size, same location.
Same footprint?
Same footprint as it was before.
All right, have you talked to your neighbors about it? Any
I have.
issues, concerns?
None. In fact, my next-door neighbor just happens to be here through coincidence. He also has a hearing.
I noticed that. It looks like it's well screened on both sides of the corner of the property. I mean, from when I went out there last month and from the pictures you provided, there's no other property you can purchase to bring it into conformance. I'm
No.
going to say no. It looks like you're landlocked there.
And I don't know that it would be possible to move a pool anyway.
Or affordable either. If you had to move it, what's the value of doing so? It'd be pretty expensive.
Yes, without a doubt.
A few thousand?
I think the present pool cost me about $15,000 to...
Oh, wow. So, yeah, it'd be up there. Okay. Board members, any questions, comments?
Where is your septic system?
It is in the backyard, not even close to the pool.
Is that why, do you think that could be the reason why it was put in that specific location?
I do not know why, but I would think it wasn't, because originally my septic system was in front of the house, and then at some point it was moved to the rear, I think, just to expand it, to make it bigger. But the pool was already there. My pool was already in the backyard at that point.
Could you show me on the survey where you think the septic is? So really, there wouldn't be much room for you to move it. You can move it a little bit, but not much, because you'd have to worry about your septic system.
Yeah, I don't know I know my well is right here,
Okay,
so probably that's, in fact, that's on there. Is that the well right there? I can't really see.
yeah,
it says
probably.
well.
So this is your well,
That's my well, so we couldn't go that way, and the septic is in this area.
so you don't have much room. Okay, no other questions?
No questions, thank you.
No question.
No questions. No questions.
All right, any input from the public on this application? Questions, concerns? All right, I'll look for a motion to close the hearing.
Motion to close.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I failed to mention, if you guys want to wait, at the end of the night is when we'll adjudicate on the cases, so if you want to stick around and wait to hear your outcome, you're more than welcome to, of course, with no input, but otherwise you can check with Rose and Dawn in the planning office tomorrow morning.
So is it okay if we leave on this side?
Yeah, it's fine. If you want to stick around, or if you want to go home, you can watch it on TV live. I think it's broadcasted live, so.
Live.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom.
What channel is that?
It's 24 on Verizon, I'm not sure what,
I don't know what it is on
Is it
Was
24.95?
8 on Comcast?
95, 1 and 24.
95, I think. Right.
You're going to watch football, we know.
All right, second application, which was also a holdover, was DeCilio for a variation of Section 15615, seeking permission to retain existing deck and existing shed. Property is located at 6 Highland View Road, Mahopac, New York, 10541. Gentlemen,
Evening. Good evening.
Mr. DeCilio, state your name and address for record.
Jordan Francis DeCilio, number 6 Highland View Road.
You're going to be speaking. Swear to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Thank you, sir.
Property is 6
Bill,
Highland.
just a reminder to speak into the microphone if you
Sure.
can, when you guys are going to
The
speak.
property is 6 Highland View Road, zoning residential. Single-family dwelling on the property together with the garage. The deck and the shed is what we're seeking relief from today. The property consists of about 1/5 of an acre. It's a small lot, which makes compliance with setback virtually impossible. To summarize very quickly, our deck is fairly compliant. We need a 12-foot variance. The shed is placed back in the corner, and we're only 6 inches from the neighbor's property line. We do have letters from both neighbors whose property lines are encroached, supporting the application. I sent that to you. I have copies for you this evening in case you didn't get it. So we seek the variances, and in support, we submitted a very short statement signed by Jordan and a memorandum of law with the standards of area variances. Very, very briefly, my client family purchased in '85. The shed was there at the time. We learned that it was a converted dollhouse, and it's right smack on the property line, in the corner. I have photos here if you'd like to see. This property is part of a bungalow colony built on small lots, as I said. My client built the deck in 2004. His motivation was that his mother was very ill at the time, and he wanted to build it for her so that she could get some time outside. And as I said, the shed had been there since '85. I'll ask you to balance the applicant's benefit to the detriment that might be caused to the safety welfare of the community or the neighborhood, in which case I submit to you there's none. It's been there a long time. It's a very small lot. And as I said, it would be impossible to comply with the setbacks. The 3-acre zoning and all the large setbacks that come with it make it impossible. The fact that there's no neighborhood change is memorialized in the 2 letters from the neighbors that supported the application. I don't believe, well, certainly the deck isn't substantial. The shed, while at first blush is substantial, but it's been there for a very, very long time. Since '85, when my client purchased it, it was there. No change in the neighborhood. That's the most important criteria. Letters in support. There's really no way to exact compliance on this. The lot is too small to bring it into compliance. No environmental conditions. And my client admits to the building of the deck, and so you may say that it's self-created, but that issue is not dispositive of the issue of area variances. And again, there'd be no place to put the deck to comply with the setbacks. I bring these pictures just to show how nicely they're done. They're not eyesores. They don't appear. I'll just pass this over.
We have them in our packet, Bill.
We have them in the packet.
We have them in the packet.
We got them.
So Jordan and/or I will answer any questions you may have.
No, I grew up in the neighborhood, so I know all the lots are very tight, and it's a bungalow colony, 1/4-acre lots that are, but I will mention that I was out there the other night, and it's well-maintained and meticulous. So, I don't have an issue with it, but, board members?
And Mark, no questions, concerns?
No question.
No questions, thank you.
I also lived in the neighborhood for 10 years, and I know it's a very, very small lot. All the lots in the area are very small, so I'm well aware of it.
All right, any input from the public on this application? Questions, concerns?
Have a good night. Thank you very much.
I'll look for a motion to close the hearing on this
So moved.
application. Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thanks, guys. All right, back to the new cases this evening. Number 3, Richard West, for a variation of Section 15615, seeking permission to retain existing shed. Property is located at 4 Gilead Road, Carmel, New York, 10512. You are?
Richard West, I live at 4 Lake Gilead Road in Carmel.
Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help
I
you God.
do.
Thank you. And let us know what's happening here.
I've been up here for 27 years, and we had no idea that there was that type of a restriction for where the shed was. We put it there. Nobody ever said a word to us. When we went down to get the permit for the shed is when we learned about it, because we were in the process of trying to sell the house.
I saw the for sale sign,
Okay.
so I assume it was picked up on search, title search, correct?
No, we went down to the town
Oh.
to ask them about it.
Oh, you did, okay. So it's been there for 25 years,
Yes.
and there's no other property you can buy to bring it into conformance?
I'm on 1 3/4 acres, but there, you know, it's been there, nobody's ever complained about it, and
Yeah,
to move it
it's
17
pretty
feet.
surrounded by evergreens, I think.
It's evergreens and bushes and, you
Yeah, the
know,
other night. I mean, most typically in front yard situations, we don't, but you're in an odd situation because you have 2 frontages, you're on a corner lot. So it seems like the most logical place to put it, close enough to the house to have access to it. If you had to relocate it, what would the cost, what would the value be to bring it in?
I honestly, I don't know. I'd have to
$1,000,
empty it,
couple thousand?
and it may fall apart when I go to move it anyway. You know, it's 25 years old.
Okay. I was out there, it was dark, so I didn't get to see the condition of it, but, board members? Okay, yeah, it looks like it's in good shape.
Nice shed.
Well maintained, well hidden. Yeah. Can't see it.
Okay. Any questions, concerns, board members?
I think that I would like to condition it, that when it needs to be replaced, that someone, whoever the buyer is, should come in and have it,
Get the
to
permit to have it moved.
conformance.
I mean, when we sell a house, if it sells, of course, I could always mention that to them if it,
Yeah, I
gets to
think,
that
I
point.
think I would like to see it go into conformance at that point, because it is a front lot, and it is kind of close to the road, and you're the first house on a long drag, so I'm afraid that people would, you know, if the screening were to go for some reason, I'm afraid that people would be looking at this front shed because
got
it's
you.
so close.
I understand.
I know we used to do that, many, many years ago, Greg, but I think we kind of stopped the practice, because once it's,
Yeah, I'm not a big proponent of conditional variances. I mean, like that, I think they create more problems than they solve. But I wasn't 100% clear on what Rose's condition was. When this particular structure ceases to exist, when it either is removed or comes down, then the variance would expire?
Or they would have to come in for conformance with the new structure, although we can't really do that, can we?
I really, the variance is the relief from
yeah.
the strictures of the
it
zoning.
stays with the
So,
land.
And it runs with the land, so I would be more, if you're inclined to grant it, that's fine. I don't like conditioning it. I don't think it's practical to condition it on that structure any more than it is to condition on like one period of ownership. It's just something I don't think if it was challenged wouldn't be enforceable.
Right.
So, I mean, there may be other
That's why we
conditions to
kinda
put
got
on
away
it.
from that years
Yeah.
ago.
And the screening, we can't even condition the screening, can we?
It's
You can
there
use
already.
screenings.
It's
But
existing.
that could go at some point. It is in the front.
They
People
look like
drive
they're
right
pretty
past
healthy
it.
trees, so.
I mean,
it's
you
highly
could
unlikely.
condition on screening at type and, minimum size of screening. That's at least workable.
So we can condition it that that screening is maintained.
Just, I would specify, I'm assuming it's like an evergreen type of, year-round type of arborvitae, some spruce, hemlock, something like that. You do that, and that at least addresses some concern.
Okay. Any other questions, concerns, board members?
No questions.
Any input from the public on this application? All right, I'll look for a motion to close the hearing.
Motion to close.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Good luck. All right, application number 4 tonight is Thomas Fisher Incorporated, Cargan Funeral Home, for variation of section 15642A1, seeking permission to change to a 9-foot by 18-foot parking space at funeral home. The property is located at 418 Route 6, Mahopac, New York. Good evening.
Good evening.
Name and address for the record.
Mike Munns, 418 Route 6, Mayapack.
Swear to tell the truth, the
I
whole
do.
truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Let us know what the situation is, Mike.
I expanded the parking lot, and I had the contractor, the blacktop, redone. The contractor also chose the people to put the lines down, and the lineman asked what size, and the contractor said standard. Standard size in most areas are 18 by 9. In the town of Carmel, it's 20 by 10.
We're-
So,
We're aware of that.
so
We're
My-
working on making changes in the near future, so,
what I'm looking to do is get a variance because I had the engineer come down and the lineman come down, and he says it's not going to look right. It'll never cover. So I want the aesthetics of the funeral home to stay the same, and that's why I'm seeking the variance.
right, and I'll mention you did a great job back there. The place looks great.
Thank you.
Nowadays, cars are a lot smaller than what they were back when the code was written, so that's kind of why we're working on it, so I don't see an issue with it, but board members?
No questions.
What role do you have with Cargan Funeral Home?
I'm the owner.
Okay. I have no further questions, thank you.
No question.
You have enough spaces,
I-
parking spaces for the code, I'm
Yeah.
assuming? Okay, that's the only thing I care about. No questions.
No questions. All right, any input from the public on the application? All right, thank you. I'll look for a motion to close the hearing.
Motion to close.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck. All right, number 5, Carl Finelli, for variation of section 15615, seeking permission to construct a garage. Property is located at 11 Rose Drive, Mahopac, New York.
Carl Finelli, 11 Rose Drive.
Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
All right, let us know your situation.
Basically, I'm looking to construct a 30 by 30 garage. I need 15 feet to the property line. I'm looking to bring the garage, I'm looking to add 4 feet, so I will be 11 feet off the property line.
Okay, I was out there last night in the pouring rain. I did notice you have a shed.
Right.
Back left corner.
Right. I just did the permit, that's all taken care of. I did that with the building department a year ago, 2 years ago.
Okay, because it wasn't listed on the previous board appearance.
I got the C of O on that already.
Okay.
Shed here.
It may not have needed a
Yeah, it
variance.
may not have needed a variance.
Yeah.
So you were in
I
conformance?
bought it on the side of Route 22, you know. on
No, but I'm
Trumbull
saying you
Boulevard.
were in, within the footprint, you didn't need a variance for where you're located?
Yeah,
Okay,
they came out, and I basically just had to file a building permit
okay,
on
just
that.
wanted to clarify that,
That was
thank you.
taken care of.
So what's this, just for more storage and
Yeah, my car, and,
you talked to your neighbors on particularly the
Yeah.
left side? Any-
yeah, no problem. I told them I was gonna probably redo the fence between our property, but that was
Okay,
just to make it look a little better.
and I'm assuming your septic is in the back?
Septic's in the
Since you
back.
can't build
Yep.
back further, or,
Yep.
okay. There's no other property you can purchase?
No.
Landlocked once again. All right, I mean, the renderings and the elevations looks pretty sharp.
Yeah,
Looks like a pretty crisp design.
I'm trying to keep it the same as the house, so,
All right, so no plumbing upstairs,
no.
second floor?
Basically, second floor is gonna be storage right now.
Storage only?
And, yeah, I basically just need, my house doesn't have much storage, so I need it.
All right, I assume you're gonna have electric for
Yeah.
garage doors and
Yeah.
general lighting and whatnot, but not,
No plumbing in it.
make sure there's no apartment going on here, that's
Yeah,
what
no,
we're
no, no.
concerned about here. Okay. Board members?
No questions. No questions.
Your plan is listed as a playroom. Second
That's what,
floor.
I don't know what he wrote on it, but right now, I mean, it's just gonna be storage. I'm not putting any bathroom, no plumbing, no nothing there.
What's the height of the ceiling there?
It's a good question. Whatever will be on the plan.
Really read it.
Yeah, it's hard to read. It looks like 6'6".
Second wall plate there, over 7 feet.
Is it 8'9"?
Jesus, can't read that.
It's like 8'9". Right here?
Yeah.
In the middle, it's 8
Not with
See,
my
8'9".
glasses.
The top plate is, it's not the ceiling, it's the top plate, as long as it's not over 7 feet.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep the roof line the same as my house, so it matches, because I didn't
Matches
want a
the house.
different, I didn't want to have a different kind of roof line than what I already have, you know, so I was trying to make it look nice.
So the same pitch?
Yeah, same pitches and everything. I tried to duplicate what I have.
Okay, no more questions.
I have no questions, thank you.
You actually wouldn't even need a variance if you got rid of that side door, if you just had the 2 garage doors in the
All right, so
front.
on the plan, there's going to be no windows and no side doors on that side, on my neighbor's side. Because they have a pool, so I didn't want to make it so they feel like I'm spying on them, you know? So that side is just going to be basically siding the whole way. I know he has,
I'm looking at the front, I assume this is the front, you have the 2 garage doors, and then you have this side door. You wouldn't even need a variance if you got rid of this side door,
Yeah.
if you just stopped right here.
yeah, I need the space. I wanted to do a 30 by 30. I didn't want to cut.
'Cause this,
If I did that, it would have been a smaller garage.
this is probably as big as your house.
Yeah.
This is a big structure.
Right.
To put in an area like
It's
this.
a little smaller than my house.
Not much. This seems pretty large to me. And like I said, you wouldn't need the 4-foot variance. We wouldn't even have to see you if you got rid of that door.
Yeah, I needed that for I have cars, so I basically, I want to keep them in there.
I'm of the thinking that your neighbors won't be too happy with this structure being right next to their house, because it looks like a second home, because it's so big.
The neighbor next to me, I already spoke to. The neighbor on the other side was just here. And the neighbor on the other side just built the garage about 5-6 years ago. Same thing.
Could you get rid of the dormers?
I want to make it look right. I want to match my roof line. It won't look right. And I need storage, because my house really doesn't have any storage.
I get that, but we are supposed to grant minimal variances, and there's a way of doing this without,
I mean, I could put the
needing a
garage,
variance.
I could put the garage 15 feet into my property line. I'm asking only for 4 feet to make it look better, you know, because it'll sit nicer on the property. I'm a little OCD. I like to keep everything.
So where exactly is your septic?
My septic is in the back, all the way in the
No, but-
back.
Behind
Oh, I
the,
can show you.
Way back, or is it back in here?
My septic, I just put a pool in, so it would be, there's a garage for the
Oh,
back.
the pool's right there, that's right.
I just did that 3 years ago. And the septic is basically, I mean, it's plenty, yeah.
In this area.
so I guess that pool's coming down?
No,
Looks like the garage is in the pool.
Yeah,
no.
on your drawing,
Look,
it's,
from your
That
drawing.
must have
look.
been an old,
No, the pool is here. Pool's here? No, that's an old one. That was there way before,
Okay.
before the house that was sitting on the pool's here. It's still
okay,
there.
Oh, okay.
that's where my confusion was, okay. And you said you're going to get rid of the door that's on the side?
Yeah, my neighbor's side is just gonna be a wall.
Just
It'll
straight?
just be straight siding. I didn't wanna have him feel like we were, you know, because he does have a pool. I know he has on the plans, he has, for a door and a window, but there's not gonna
but
be
you're
anything
keeping the
there.
window on that
No.
upper side, so that's coming out too?
Correct. Yeah, the upstairs is basically storage, so I just don't want him to feel uncomfortable and look at it, because he does have a pool in his yard, and I don't want him to see it.
But you spoke to him?
Yeah.
He saw the plans? I mean, obviously, he had an opportunity to be here
I
tonight if
went
he had
over
an
it,
issue.
I went over it with him, and I basically told him, I said, when we do it, he has an old fence on the property that's actually in the wrong spot. So I told him I'm gonna take it down and redo it, you know? Yeah, it wasn't an issue.
Good fences
And
make
the
good
other
neighbors.
side was that guy, Joe, so.
Okay. Anything else, Rose?
Nope.
All right, any input from the public on this application? Look for a motion to close the hearing.
Motion to close.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck. All right, number 6 this evening is Chris Cregan, variation of section 15615, seeking permission to legalize existing fence. Property is located at 33 Barrett Hill Road, Mahopac, New York.
Christopher Cregan, 33 Barrett Hill Road, Mahopac, New York.
Swear to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
All right, let us know your situation here. So, the fence has been there how long?
2008,
And this came to light how?
I got something in the mail a month ago, that the fence was too high, but just the part that covers the pool from the road. But the fence is set back 70 feet from the road at least, but the road still goes up the hill. You could still see the nieces at my pool. I wish it was a little higher, to be honest with you. But the rest of the fence is 4 feet for the dog.
It's kind of a unique situation. It's set back further. It's not typically along the street side like we normally see.
To be honest with you, when I put the fence in, I didn't know about any regulations or anything. I just wanted to keep my nieces safe from anybody from viewing from the road when they're at the pool. But I put up a nice fence, as you could see in the pictures.
Yeah,
I've been in
there were a few
construction
letters,
since 1980.
few letters from your neighbors?
I
in
guess there
support?
was like 6 or 7 that got kind of upset and they emailed or something to the town or something, which is nice of them. Thank you very much. But those are all my neighbors that use the pool with their dogs. But they're great neighbors, so I have
Yeah,
the
here's
best
a couple.
neighbors in the world.
This is from Carol Proudfoot. I'm writing with regards to the fence on property of 33 Barrett Hill Road, Mopac. It's a very nice fence which blends in very well with the surroundings as I live across the road, as it affords me as well as Chris with privacy, and it also cuts out a lot of pool noise as well. Eric Greenberg. Hi, my name is Eric Greenberg at 36 Barrett Hill Road, across from Mr. Cregan. In regards to his privacy fence, I feel that is an asset to the neighborhood as part of Mr. Cregan's dedication to keeping his property in great shape. And Chris Palicelli, lived at 20 Barrett Hill Road since 2008. The fence in question has been there since I moved in. We use the pool, and the fence gives it privacy and cuts down the noise level from the busy street. Honestly, I wish the fence was a bit higher, as you can see, still see the pool from the road. Here's another one in the same vein from Chris Ligio at 21 Barrett Hill Road, and another one from Danielle Belanco, all basically in support.
Oh, I didn't know there was that many people. I gotta thank them for that.
Yeah, you must be a good neighbor.
I have the best neighborhood. I mean, wouldn't want to live anywhere else.
So it's been there since 2008, and I guess it came up from the town, from searching. What would be the cost to replace it, to
I
bring
built
it down
it
to
so long, I
conformance?
don't have the energy to build another one.
Just give me a
I don't know
ballpark.
how much it cost, I forget.
Just give me a ballpark. $1,000,
No, no, no.
$2,000, $3,000?
I use pressure-treated wood.
Oh, you built it yourself?
Well, I build everything
All
myself.
right, so sweat equity.
Yes,
There's a value there.
yes, and it's nice, I have to say, I like it.
Okay. Questions from the board?
I was out there and I see that it's below the street line, so it kind of doesn't seem that it's 7 feet
No.
because it's below the street line. And it is set back a bit, so I don't have any issue with it.
No questions, thank you.
Question.
No questions.
All right, any input from the public on this application? All right, I'll look for a motion to close the hearing.
Motion to close.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you for hearing me.
All right. Number 7, Riccardi, sorry. For a variation of section 15615, seeking permission to legalize existing carport. Property is located at 65 Ellen Avenue, Mahopac, New York. What?
Greg Riccardi, 65 Ellen Avenue.
Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
All right, let us know what your situation is here.
There was a carport on the property for like 28 years, and I ripped it down and I put this up in its place.
It's in the same footprint, and,
Yes, it's just, the other carport was aluminum.
okay. You didn't know you needed a variance or permit
No, I didn't.
because it was existing?
Yeah, I thought it was on the property line. You can see the roof line's over the variance line by a foot, I believe.
Yep. That basically just covers the front of the garage that's existing as well.
Yes.
How long was the previous carport there for?
I bought the house like over 25 years ago, and it was there when I bought it.
Okay. You did the work yourself?
I had someone come in and put the footings in and build it.
Okay. No, it looks pretty aesthetic. I mean, it kind of matches the house and all that, too. There's no other property you can purchase to bring it into conformance?
No.
Landlocked there. It's really just a side yard variance of 2 feet, so it's pretty minimal. If you had to relocate it, what kind of value would you pay to have it?
Oh, it's
Built
probably,
initially.
the value is probably like 5,000.
So it would be pretty costly to
Yes.
Okay. All right, board members, Mark?
We don't know what the aluminum one looked like, but it looks like it was an improvement, probably. So, no question.
Bill?
No question. No questions, thank you.
No questions.
Okay,
Thank you.
any input from the public on this application? All right, I'll look for a motion to close the public hearing.
Motion to close.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. You guys need to take a break, or?
Boogie.
Good. All right, at this point, there's no further input from the public as we adjudicate on the applications.
We'll go home.
More fans. Okay. Like I said, no further input from the public. Application number 1, Kukasco, look for a motion.
Motion to grant.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so granted. Number 2, DeCilio, look for a motion.
Motion to grant.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, granted. Number 3, West, look for a motion.
Motion to grant with the condition that screening is maintained. Evergreens,
Arborvitae's.
arborvitae's, but that's candy to deer, isn't it?
Arborvitae is a general term for green,
Or is it
Deer food.
yeah.
for deer food?
All right, do I have a second to that motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, granted. Number 4, Fisher, Corrigan Funeral Home.
Motion to grant.
Do I have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Granted. Number 5, Finelli,
Motion to grant.
second.
Oh,
Bill?
Good. With, no electric, no plumbing upstairs, and he's moving that window?
Condition that he eliminates it.
Well, he said he's got electric coming into the garage, but I think as long as there's no
Well,
plumbing.
probably
I think
garage
we're
door.
covered.
Plumbing or electric to the second floor? Well, he's gotta have a light up there if he's gonna
Yeah,
store
Yeah,
it.
you gotta have a light.
I wouldn't condition
Yeah,
it to just electric.
The plumbing, the electrical,
Plumbing, you can do.
Electric, you
No
need,
plumbing.
needs a light for his
additional
storage.
plumbing, yeah,
He needs a light upstairs if he can.
or power.
All right, as amended.
So we have so the motion is to grant with no plumbing.
All right, you agree to that
I agree to that.
amendment? Okay,
Who was the
all in
second?
favor?
Well, can we have a
Any
discussion?
discussion?
Discussion, yes. I look at that structure, and it's tremendous. It's as big as the house. And the plans do say playroom on there. I do think that they can do this without a variance at all. They could move it over, or he can cut it back those 4 feet by taking away that doorway. This structure, whether it be this gentleman here, this family, or the next family, could easily turn this into another living situation. And I think it would be very big in this yard with other people looking at it. So I'm inclined to vote no on this. I don't know how everybody else feels, but I think we're charged with the responsibility of granting minimal variances, and I don't think this one needs a variance at all.
Okay. I guess we'll do a roll call vote. Mark? For the motion?
For the motion.
Sylvia?
For the motion.
Bill?
For the motion.
Bill?
For the motion.
Rose?
Against motion.
And I'm for the motion, so it carries. All right, granted. Number 6, Cregan, look for a motion.
Motion to grant.
Do I have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Granted. And number 7, Riccardi, look for a motion.
Motion to grant.
Do I have a second?
Second?
Favor?
Aye.
Granted as well. All right, minutes from August 23rd, 2018. I'll look for a motion.
I cannot vote on this.
Motion to
Recusal by
grant.
Phil.
Second.
Any discussion? All right, minutes granted.
All in favor?
All in favor, I'm sorry.
Aye.
Aye.
Minutes granted.
See, you get closer now, I'm helping you out.
Thanks, buddy. All right, everyone. Everyone, have a good night.
Have a good night.
We'll see you next month. Next meeting is October 25th. Thank you, be safe.